You're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Forever Sports, Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And yeah, we are down in Devon. For the last game, the last South African game of the day, it is Leinster versus Sharks. The game everybody's been very excited about and been waiting for. And let's see what it's going to bring. And I personally think that. It's going to be a stiffer task than a lot of Sharks fans are maybe anticipating. I think it will be quite a difficult game. There's been a moment of silence for all the KwaZulu-Natal flood victims. It's obviously been a pretty somber week down in Durban with all the floods and stuff like that. So hopefully we can get some better weather and get all the relief down there that we need. Tough times down in South Africa, as always, isn't it? But yes, in terms of rugby, from a rugby point of view, though, the Sharks have been blowing hot and cold all season, so we really don't know what Sharks side's going to pitch up today. But let's get a poll going, Danny. Who do you think is going to win? Sharks or Leinster? Right. Kern Bosch, ball in hand. Why are the names on the back of their shirts? When did they start doing that? Bosch goes to the left. Marcus Pimpy is chasing hard. Oh, that's an early mistake. Turnover ball. Marius Lowe's got the ball in hand. Tbilisi pops it to Roots, the big lock. Jerry and Hedges at 2. Bongi Banambi, first carry for Top Dog. Good tackle eventually made by Reese Ruddock. Hendricks caught in the ball a little bit, gives it to Oxen Chair. Well, turnover ball then. Leinster kick deep towards Apple Fassi. Back in the starting line. Now, what's Bosch going to do? He looks to run. He gives it across to Marcus Pimpy. Gives it to Sia Khaleesi. Sia Khaleesi carrying strong. Henderson now pretty flat to Leroux, so I'm sure he's going to be using a bit of a battering ram throughout the game. Kick is charged down. Turnover ball for Leinster. Brand Krobler makes the tackle. Now the kick in behind goes down the throat of Apple Fassi. He kicks downfield with his left boot straight down the throat of Harry Byrne, who returns the favour. Oh, and it's just kicked it out. It's gone out in the full, so that's a mistake from the fly half. Sorry, it wasn't. It was actually Chris Cosgrave, the fullback, kicked it out there. So it'll be a line back in the Leinster 22. Right, first line, third line as well for Krobler, but Jaden Henderson has made a horrible mess of that. 2 knock-ons there. Henderson makes a bit of a hash of that. Not sure what the first one was. Yeah, the first knock I think came from Jaden. Wasn't the best ball down to him, but should have done better than that. Good to see all the crowds into the stadium on their phones. Now, there we go. You see the kids are watching the rugby. Good on you, kids. Looks like a decent crowd, isn't it? I think Mango Gru's playing this tonight. It's a whole Sharks fest going on this weekend. So hopefully that means that we can pack in a decent crowd. It does look like it's pretty full, or as full as we can get it. And a penalty for Leinster. Right, so it's actually a short-term free kick, so Leinster tap it and kick it up, but it's a tester for Apple Fassi, who does mark it. They went far too far. And he's found touch, so it'll be a Leinster line inside their own half. Right, what are we all saying here? What are we all saying here, people? Carnabes says Leinster always get over 20 points. A little slippery says no everyday culprit. Not too many quality boxes in this team do not get over the line. Too much money here. Ricardo's gone Leinster 30, Sharks 18. Tracy says I'm Irish, but please God, the Sharks will win. Advantage for no one's tackle. It's a very nice offload to Oxenshade, but it was forward, so we'll go back for the penalty for the Sharks. Right, so first 3-pointer here from Curran Bosch, who lines up the penalty attempt. And he's pulled that kick from Curran Bosch. Leinster get away with that one. Right, Leinster now going pretty deep. It's Fassi underneath it. Got a couple of chases. You've got Makasoma Pimpri on his left-hand side. And Pepsi Boutelez is also giving chase. It is Pepsi Boutelez who gets there. Makasoma Pimpri looked like he wanted to have a go there, but the Leinster forwards did well there. Roots rushing up there, but it's a good carry there from the Leinster number 8, which today is Max Deegan. Kieran Forley carrying it up there. Very good counteract though from the Sharks. They have turned it over. Well, they see Lisa get to behind. Reese Ruddock's now picked it up. Quite a lot going on at the breakdown in the early stages here. Big tackle there by Louis Roots. Right, McCarthy now goes to the boot once again. Cohen Bosch underneath it. Got a bit of time. Wrapped up by Brian Deeney and Reese Ruddock. Now Hendrickson to Mbonambi. Ball comes a bit loose, and Hendrickson then goes to the boot. Sees a bit of space in behind. The ball just sits up a little bit though. Downfield this time from Byrne. Right, absolutely fast. Now he's looking to run. He's got Maxima Pimpy on his outside. Pimpy tries to get in between two players. Gets tackled just short of the 10-meter line. Now Oxen Chair puts his head down. Henderson goes to Cohen Bosch. Cohen Bosch going to Maurice Lowe to Benta Hawaii. He's got Khaleesi on the outside of him. Oh, but a penalty for obstruction is the call. Yeah, I think defenders is running a pretty lazy line there. Oh, that's a good tackle. Big tackle, Maurice Lowe. He's forced a knock on. There's a couple of knock-ons there, so we'll have another scrum. Old Sharky's in the stands welcoming the kids. Another reset scrum, yeah. Right, sorry, let me go back to the comments here and see whatever. So Luke McKay, Leinster to win by 15. Sean Farrell says, I say losing bonus point for Leinster as a Leinster fan. I think it will be their best result for the two teams. Luke says, in my opinion, the Boks needed to use more of the X Factor backs. Kalant, Willems, they're superb. 10 Pollard, 11 Spear and Corsi, 12 Delende, 13 Am, 14 Colby, Kalant. Rough to drop Pimpy when you look at the form he was in last year, but I'm used to that, I suppose. Has been off the boil for a while. Yeah, he hasn't been playing particularly well, has he? And a penalty for the Sharks at scrum time there. Scrums, I think, are going to be quite an interesting battle here. All right, looks like they're going to go for the points again. Let's hope Cohen Bosch gets a better kick this time. Yeah, scrums are pretty even, actually. I think it's going to be quite a nice contest. Should be about 68 meters, I reckon. 58 meters. Yeah, I mean, do I lie? 58 meters. I tell you, this over here, hey? It does not lie. It does not lie. Right, just can Cohen slot this? Looking like it's going off left again. So that's 6 points he's left up there already as Cohen Bosch. Not started particularly well with the boot. What are we thinking? Yes, yay or nay to the names in the back of the shirts? What do we feel? How do we feel about that, chaps and ladies? If there are ladies, need to get more ladies into the stream. Yeah, we're very, 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 very male dominated. Yeah. Right, McCarthy once again for the base of the ruck. Takes a few steps back and then launches it downfield. Upper left Fassi. Returns the favour. Another kick downfield as we go straight down the throw of Curran Bosch. Curran Bosch looking for some space. Oh, that's a horrible mistake. That's a knock-on. That's a big mistake from Max Deegan there. Who lost his footing, dove towards it. Oh, it's not like Max Deegan. What am I saying? Chris Cosgrave. And... yeah, he's gifted them a scrum inside 22. It's just 30 periods. Very, very new to the Leinster. Oh, you can just see he just loses his footing there, and so it makes a real hash of it. Not going well for the youngster there. So team also scored in the Lions, 33 points to 30. Yeah, it was a very frustrating game. The Lions should have won it. What can you do, eh? What can you do? Bum 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 bum. Wow, what can the Sharks launch from this scrum here? That's a massive scrum for the Lions. Penalty advantage. And a penalty. Now you can go for the corner here. Well, they're taking it quickly. Marius Lowe's come within a couple of meters. Henderson gives it to Henker Fenter, who has spilted forward. That's gone really well, chaps. Now let's try to run it from their own 22 here. Cosgrove kicks it downfield. There's nobody home. Fassi is retreating. That's a good chase from Crawley. Oh, and it's a good tackle as well. I mean, that's a fantastic chase from Tommy O'Brien. I mean, it's a massive scrum. Penalty comes. They take it quickly. Turnover ball. Yeah, Henker Fan just takes his eye off it. And then bang. Kick downfield. Up there, Fassi's chase is coming back. So it was a Leinster line. Actually, who was it? I think it was Leinster line out, which they seem to have lost. I mean, the camera work here. Oh, Curran Bosch kick's been charged down. All of a sudden, Leinster attacking here through Jamie Osborne. Another kick in behind from Byrne. Oh, it almost set up there for Rory O'Loughlin. If it just didn't, if it just bounced too high. I mean, pace-wise, you're going to get there. You just couldn't get up there. Ball over the top from the Sharks is horrendous, and all of a sudden, Leinster are within 2-1. They're right on the brink there. Goodness me, that was a bad line. Oh, they picked up and go. They're celebrating. They've scored. They have scored. Well, you don't often see that. Bongi Manambi apologizes, puts his hand up. I mean, Bongi Manambi must be one of the most reliable line-out operators in the world. And he's just tossed it over the top. And, I think it was Scott Penny who jumped on it, or actually it was John McKee. Yeah, it was hooker to hooker. A couple of pick up and goes. And it was Scott Penny in the end who goes over. That's not the start. I mean, when you think about it, this is 2 minutes ago. The Sharks winning a penalty well inside Leinster 22. All of a sudden, on the other end, they make a mistake and they capitalise. And all of a sudden, they're 5-0 down. Fun fact, every single South African side this weekend have gone behind. So, yeah, it doesn't mean much. So Kieran Ford has got the kicking duties tonight. Dylan says, man, the Lions fought hard. Yeah, but they were poor, I thought. And it just, the breakdown was so average. They didn't need to, they should have won it quite easily, I think. Their discipline was a bit better and they protected the ball a bit better. Custer, don't mind the names. It was the pitch, says Mark Mackin. Another scrum win. On your map, is it Sharks on the right hand side? Sharks sleeping. Yeah, I was actually checked that because all of a sudden, they've got the it's the other way around, by the way, on this map. I don't know why they've done it like that. Because Leinster are playing left to right. Can I mirror it? Then the text would be probably mirrored, wouldn't it? Yeah, unfortunately, for some reason, it is the other way around. So on the map, Sharks are playing left to right. But in real life, they're playing right to left. So I'm not quite sure why they are... the map's actually having a meltdown at the moment. Apologies for that, but unfortunately, I have no control over what happens there. Kick downfield there from Leinster. It's fielded by Bosch. There's a bit of space there. Bosch going himself. Gets through. Brought down by Reece Ruddock. And Crowley is there to win a very important penalty. That's very good work from Crowley. He saw the opportunity, needed to make it because there was good momentum there. Eugene says, why can't the Sharks perform with all superstars in the fall? Stormers are shining with top players gone. I don't understand. I don't know, actually. I don't know why they're... Good ball. Oh, my living. It's an intercept. Well, Makazole Mapimpi is going to return the favor. Drex Mapimpi with the intercept. Yeah, listen, you're not going to catch him, are you? Well, I feel like they're even now because that's both errors from the line out, really, aren't they? That's a great read. It's not a particularly good pass, but it's a fantastic read by Mapimpi. He goes through under the poles. Right, level. Even Stevens. Right, kicked outfield there. Fussy goes to Bosch. Bosch can go for touch there. He's inside 22. To O'Brien. O'Brien starts to go towards the right-hand side. Tries to turn Hendrickson, who... It bounces off him, but it does go backwards. Now he's got down the left-hand side. He's got Mapimpi in support. He offloads to Mapimpi because he's got the pace. Mapimpi decides to chip ahead. It stayed in. And a bit of pressure there for Cosgrave, who finds a kick downfield, but Fussy is there. He runs into a bit of traffic, but a bit of support around them, though. So Sharks got possession just outside the 22. Now Hendrickson going to Bosch. Bosch going to Bentapawai. We haven't seen too much of him today. Puts his head down. And so goes Thomas Toy. Thomas Toy goes to Bosch. It's good for the Sharks. For Brad Krobler. And I'll chip over the top from Hendrickson. That's very well fielded there by Cosgrave. Very, very well read. It was a difficult straight. If that had bounced, would have been very interesting there. But Reece Ruddock now carrying things up. Now McCarthy once again from the base of the ruck. Kicking it long downfield. Bosch fields on the 10-meter line. Goes himself and runs into a bit of traffic. He needs a bit of help, so Rechek Vaditswe and Shea is there to help him out. Lofts to kick there. Gebran Krobler is there to help, and he knocks it back to Maximum Pimpy. Anderson looked on the left, then decides to go to the right. Thomas Latoya, the captain, carries it up. Strong tackle on him. Now Hendrickson, not too many options, goes to Bosch. Bosch goes to nobody and puts Pepsi Buthelezi under a lot of pressure, and Crowley is there to help him out. But Werner Kok suddenly bursts through the middle. Werner Kok, he's got... he had Marius Lowe on the inside. He gets away to Pepsi Buthelezi, and then the ball goes forward. I think Werner Kok has butchered that, you know. I think if he had offloaded Marius Lowe, it would have been an easy try, but Werner Kok decided to go himself. And we've seen that a lot from South African players this weekend, that they haven't made that final offload. I mean, it's such a good break here from Werner Kok. Yeah, he should have given it away to Marius Lowe. And originally, I reckon he could have been away, you know. I don't know what the break and play is for here. Right, I need to catch up on a lot of comments. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? You've got the fastest wingers in the world. Really loving your map and 3D features. Well, fantastic. Really appreciate that because, yeah, we weren't sure if people would like it or not. It is a bit of a different look. What's your thoughts on Rusty coming to England? If he goes, he goes. It'll only be after next year. At the end of the day, he can't be there forever, so I wouldn't be too upset. It is what it is, unfortunately. Brian says it'll be tight enough. Leinster will want to meet or better rivals or rival Connors win. Where's the Poison Chalice? Eddie Jones going? It'll be sad day if Rusty goes. He doesn't go get on with Clive Woodward, so not sure if he'll be coming over. Sean Fast selling the Sharks have more fans in the stadium than the Bulls. Yeah, it does look like a bigger crowd. And they're all sides. And then Brian says, great follow along. Thank you very much. Thank you for jumping on. I hope you have subscribed so that we can get all the subscriptions going. And a penalty for Leinster this time at scrum time. Right, let's see the scrum again. Sharks definitely have got the ascendancy. So I don't know what he saw there with the referee. Right, Leinster managed to win the line this time. Let's see if they're going to throw another intercept pass here. McCarthy. Back to Burn. Oh, then nobody wants to claim that. It's a penalty for Leinster. I'm not quite sure for what. I assume it's offside. Well, I think it's a push, actually. Rusty going over, that'll be so two-faced from him in England. Yeah, but it's the professional era at the end of the day. If they want to pay him a lot of money, let him go and earn the money. Just win us the second World Cup first. Hurstbourne, of course, he might be going to the Bulls at this stage. Yeah, that is the plan. It hasn't been confirmed or anything like that. This is a bit of a rough call. I'm not sure about that. I can't understand Leinster's kicking strategy. Curran and Flush are good under the high ball plus poor chase line. Yeah, it's a bit aimless at the moment. Although having said that, they just want a penalty right in front of the poles. So it's great to see rugby still going after recent floods in the area. Yeah, and sometimes you need events like this. You know, get everybody in the stadium and, you know, just try and take your mind off the horrible things that are going. Right, Kieran Farley. It's right bang in front, so should be able to do this. How's Man United doing? Matthew actually should know by now that team can't affect me anymore. Like, it can't. It genuinely, they could get relegated tomorrow and it probably wouldn't affect me. Hercules is heading to England. I haven't heard that rumour. I'd be surprised. I think he gets paid quite well down here. And he's got so many endorsed stuff like that. Wouldn't surprise me if he goes over after the next World Cup. If he goes after the World Cup, fair play. Go play in England or France and go earn the big bucks. I think we need to get over this whole where's the loyalty thing, because it's a financial decision at the end of the day. What I would like to see, though, is us being able to be in a position where we can match the salaries, and then it really can be a loyalty thing. Then you can claim loyalty. If you're being paid the same, then fair. Good restart there from the Sharks, putting Leinster on the back foot a little bit here. McCarthy just taking a while to try and get the ball out. And he does find touch from the restart. Goes up towards the 10-meter line. Right, so 10 points to 7. Home side trailing after the first pretty much half an hour. I think you just said the gap's too big. That's wild. When have you ever seen a referee saying that the gap's too big? Oh, and they've turned the line over there. Oh, my living. And then they've thrown it to nobody. It's pretty messy at the moment, isn't it? We haven't seen too much structure in the game so far, but this is a nice little break here. O'Loughlin's gone down the wing here. Kicks inside. Fussy. Oh, the bounce of the ball could do in there. Oh, O'Loughlin gets away too. I think it's Cosgrave that's up there with him. Leinster up to almost the 5-meter line. Need a bit of support. It comes in the 4. That's a nice carry there by Dini. Oh, he's still going, in fact. Thomas Otoy eventually bringing him down. Penalty advantage as well. Byrne goes to crawl. Oh, no, he's lost to the head. Oh, that's a horrendous tackle on Brad Krobler. Okay, so they had a penalty advantage, however, there was foul play because it was a high tackle, it was a horrendous tackle on Brad Krobler. So it will be a reverse penalty and it will be a penalty for the Sharks. I heard Nick White has been offered 7 figures to go to the Japan. 7 figures. I want 7 figures. I'd even take 7 figures in rand. And Nick White of all players, eh? Imagine only 7 figures. I could in fact, I don't need to say imagine because I can imagine. I can very much imagine earning 7 figures. At the moment, I'm earning about 7 cents. The Roots goes up. They've got an advantage for taking out the support player, so the Sharks have got a bit of go forward ball here. Henderson goes to Maurice Lowe, who goes to Curtin Bosch. Oh, he should. Oh, no, he went himself. He's burst. Oh, and he's just lost it forward. I mean, I don't know what the Sharks have done, but how? I mean, like, he's literally made a break, and all of a sudden, he's just lost the ball forward. Like, what are you guys doing? You guys should be like 20 points up at the moment. Yeah, the penalties for taking out Oxen Chair. And then Curran Bosch makes a fantastic break, and the ball just zoop, zoop. Zika was not sure. I think the words he was saying there were, that was unlucky. Right, Curran Bosch. They went back for the penalty. He's going to try and get them a little bit closer. Right, 104 people voted, and 75% are backing the Sharks. We've had all the possession so far. 20 points up. Yeah, they probably should be 20 points up. If they, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, no, it's raining. Oh, my goodness. They just had a lot of pressure from the line, but they do have possession. Combined Cobbler operating at scrum off. Now Thomas Dutoy, the captain, puts on them. That's a very, I would have been a penalty in the Lions game. Hendrickson goes short. Oh, Hendrickson caught on the ball there. That's a very good work by Leinster. There's a knock-on advantage, and they have won the turnover. So Hendrickson, I really like Hendrickson. I think he's the most talented scrum off in the country, and I think he's the next big thing. But he does sometimes get caught on the ball. I mean, it was a perfectly timed tackle, so it was really well done. But sometimes he can just get caught on the ball a little bit. It's a decent scrum. The ball's coming loose, though. Sia Khaleesi has jumped on it. So turnover ball for the Sharks. Gives it to Bongi Manambi, who goes very low. Now that's interesting, because this actually happened. I was reading on this on Twitter earlier. And basically, so Thomas Dutoy has just been penalised for pushing Bongi Manambi into contact. And the same thing earlier happened with, I think it was Esther. No, so Joe Marler was pushed into contact by Alex Dombrandt. So yeah, so he pushes him ahead, and apparently that's now penalisable, and we've just seen it now. But it's interesting because we haven't really seen that before. Brian M says, you've got to take a chance against Leinster. They punish you. Cubs says, I hope those two missed kicks don't come back to bite Sharks. A piece of soap, that ball now. Henry Dubis says, South African team's just not clinical enough to win a title. Leinster certainly the favourites to win the URC. So knock-ons are to be avoided. Theodora says, will not surprise me. Charles Patel is at Bristol on £1 million a year, and they're 10th in the Premiership. Stephen, why don't you think Hirsch... One thing Herschel last year was really showing up in the end of the year tour. Maybe we should give someone else a chance. And no, he's gotten it. It's a cross kick. I'm too busy reading comments. And Leinster are over. It's Tommy O'Brien. I think it was a cross kick. You see, you guys are distracting me. I'm not watching the rugby. And Leinster are in the lead. Well, they were in the lead. What a try. What a try. I mean, the ball just popped up right ahead. He steps inside a fuss. He probably needs to make that tackle, because once he's taken out, Werner Cox's never going to win that race there. With regarding Herschel, yeah, I don't think Herschel's been playing his best rugby. I personally think Ambrose Pierre's doing quite a lot to get and deserves a shot. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Herschel. I just don't know what's going on with him. He played a lot better yesterday in the second half. He looked a bit more like the Herschel of old. That's a great kick by Crawley. So 17.7, 10-point advantage just before half time. And there's a low cross kick, and it just bounces just aside and it just bang, steps inside. Leaves Fussy for dead. Deep restart there. Oh, and the man, well, if you go from 0 to 0, Tommy O'Brien, after scoring a fantastic try, has just fumbled the restart into touch. Right, so last touch was apparently actually off my pimpy, so it is actually a line up for Leinster, which is a bit frustrating from a Sharks fan point of view. But Leinster, now they kick that ball away. I have no idea what's going on now. Oh my, the ball goes over the top. Now the kick over deep from Leinster, playing a bit of possession here. Down the throat of upper Fussy. Fussy saw a bit of gap. He's straight through his Fussy. He's got a lot of pace. He's got a lot of pace. He needs support though. He gets the ball out to Hendrickson. He got the legs. He does have the legs. The Sharks hit back. Upper Fussy, the weekend special. That creates it. Hendrickson, the finisher. And the Sharks strike back on the cusp of half time. This game is not done yet. It's still alive. It's still very alive. Still a long way to go. Yeah, it was a great counterattack there. Pretty poor defending there. And he steps in the inside. Yeah, Cosgrave's got to make that tackle. It's got to make that tackle. What an error from Estes and Class, create a fluff penalty on the 5-meter line. There'll be a lot of errors with the rain in Durban. And the second half will tell Sharks usually have a better second half anyway, but the altitude will hit Leinster. Yeah, there's not pretty much altitude in Durban. You can kick a ball into the ocean from where they are. Steve, what do you think of Paul Williams saying French scrum is better than the Springbok scrum? Hey, we'll see. We're playing them this year. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. Let's see what you got, eh? Naeem has come. You want to throw a shade at the box? Then you got to match it. You got to then come up at the end of the year. You got to welcome us and beat us. I was about to send a very important message, and I can't remember what it was. Kevin Bosch keeps his head down, and he's gotten this one. So 17 points to 14. That is the first half. Leinster take a 3-point lead into half time. Yeah, I was poor. I think Leinster, if they got in there with 10 points, I think they'd be feeling quite good about themselves. But Cousins Fussy, round says they needed that response for half time. This will be another nail biter. Short affairs, Lancaster will be giving the team a good talk over the bad defense there, 100%. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Go and get your beers and various things. Get your snacks, and I'll join you guys for the second half in just a bit. And we are back. Greetings, good people. How are we doing? How are we doing? What are we feeling for the second half? Are you back in your team? Are we not? Where are we at? What do we have to say? So, Vic was saying, Mavasi is a magician. No one can scrum the Springboks front. 100% can, says Frank Byrne. This is Leinster's B team, says to Byron. Sharks too many handling errors, says McKish. More like C team. When did the current Froggies team play the current Boks? End of the year, we are playing them. If Sharks can't be a second string Leinster at home, the only time you'll see the main guys at playoffs or bring you for game time. The thing Leinster have no reason to play a weak team as long as if we have Europe anytime soon. Where we at? It's it's also about testing the depth in case of the main players get injured. I can do that. I cannot see the Boks beating France and Paris at the end of the year. I'll be there, but they reckon that we were underdogs. Massive statement and bonus if we win. It's a must-win game for our boys, says Bukesh. I think we just need to show Sharks more respect. Fair play for sticking with the games. It's your third for the day. It is the third for the day. Yeah, it's been a long day. And then after this, I need to get some food and settle down. Is there any sports night? Maybe a movie. What movie, people? Give me a movie recommendation. Lots of the Leicester fans are sub academy. Lots of the Leinster team Leicester fans. You're also hyping the French too much. Given how they played against the Welsh, there's absolutely nothing to fear with them. We will only lose if we try to play like them. And Luke says Leinster currently on the attack off the kickoff. Said, I'm hoping next World Cup might be the closest in a long time with a good French team, hopefully a better Wallabies team, and then maybe a dark horse like Fiji coming back to make an impact. Lord of the Rings, very good recommendation to the point of I actually was watching the entire series the other day. So, but I mean, you can't really go wrong with them, can you? Right, Leinster throwing things a bit wide here. Oh, it's a very good. It's a. Every time, like it looks like it's a nice moment, it's followed up with a poor moment. This game has lacked tempo. That's in a bit of pressure there, does well, and still under a lot of pressure though. Needs a bit of support from his team, which does eventually come, but it's a penalty for Leinster. Tommy O'Brien, the man who's putting on a lot of pressure, then winning that penalty. Yeah, it was very good positional strength there from Tommy O'Brien. Good work on him. Right, Corley has asked for Keaty. It's pretty much bang in front, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So Leinster should be getting the first point of the second half. And as you'd expect, no issues there. So Leinster extend their lead up to 6 points. Perfect start from them in the second half. Yeah, I mean, as much as you could talk about Leinster's B team, C team, and stuff like that, we are talking about a side whose depth is unmatched in this competition. It really is. And I mean, the Sharks are trying to sort of do their own Leinster in terms of like signing a lot of Springboks, a lot of big players, stuff like that. But it's still not quite the same, is it? And McCarthy there, no pressure from the kickoff. Will be a downfield. Doesn't find touch at all. And then Morris Lozman's made a bit of a hash of that. In fact, they have made a hash of that because it has been turned over from Leinster. Jaden Hensh's come off the line quickly. It's a nice tackle from him. Thomas Tatoya now getting into doing some of the dirty work there, but it is eventually available for McCarthy, who I think will shape for another box kick. Yeah, we are looking at how to make the time bigger. It's just not that easy, unfortunately. So we are looking at it. We're going to try and see how we can do it. But yeah, it's the first weekend we've really been doing this properly with this new system. So yeah, it is on the to-do list to see if we can try and make it a bit bigger and where to put it, in fact. So hopefully by next time we will have something sorted with regards to that. Hey! Bit of a messy scrum there. It is available though, so Henderson does use it. Watch lifting it up there. Big tester there on the wing there, and it's it's kind of loose a bit there. It's popped up for Ben Tapawai. It's quite a quiet game so far. Henderson under a bit of pressure, throws a loose pass, but there's a blast of the whistle. And I think we're going back for a penalty on the back of the scrum there. Couple of subs here. Murphy's on for Dini. I think we got Alo Toe on as well. So I'm just sorting another thing over here. Right, so Sharks giving them more this year. He's currently sitting in the air, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see we do see a penalty advantage, I think. And a double blast, so I think there's going to be a word of warning here. Yeah, lifting the leg is the core here. Oh, it's going to be a yellow card, I think. Or the next time's going to be a yellow card. That's the call. Ooh, maybe Top Gun. That could be an interesting idea for a movie. Where are we at here? Let's continue the winning streak for SAT. Smakesh, do you mind? We've done that. Leinster doing well for B side. I thought as a Leinster fan, Sharks should have it at 20 by now. Sharks are a lottery side. That's the best way to describe them. They really are absolutely nowhere. And Darby says, I'm watching on Ecuador. It's midday this side. Love you, Connie. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Luke says, there's been a lot of emphasis on getting the game to move at a quicker pace this year. Do you think this has been achieved? And if not, what can help to be realised? Well, I mean, like, if you look at the Connacht Lions game, and I thought that was horrendous in terms of the time it took to play that game. Connacht very deliberately slowing the game down, stuff like that. So I think more needs to be done to try and achieve that. I think we're on the right track, and I think that TMO, that's got to be a penalty, surely. Well, it's a try, so it doesn't really matter. But there's another blast. It could be a yellow card as well. So the Sharks are over. They have scored, so they're within 2. Bongi Benambi, as you'd imagine, the man in the back of the mall controlling it, is what he does so well. Top dog. T-Dog. Bongles. Manams. Somehow someone know how the Sharks will this Simone. Oh, I don't know the Sharks well this Simone International. Yellow. Search for the poor estimate. That's what's going on. Dear. Funny. Did they start this game early? I missed the half the game on my broadcast. No, it was always starting at 6:15, as far as I know. Do 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 do. Right, can Cohen Bosch give them the lead? That is the question. That is the question. Well, he's had to adjust there. Where's our conversion clock? What's the point of having it if you're not going to put it up? That's pretty miserable conditions, isn't it? Well, he's booted that straight down the middle. So the Sharks are in the lead. 21 points to 20, just a 1-point game. The restart, good take there from Henko Fenter. Yeah, I mean, Leinster, in terms of the rain, Leinster should be quite at home at the moment. Probably a bit warmer than what they're used to, but definitely used to the wet. It's a very sketchy up and under there, but it does come away for Leinster. Almost looked like he lost the ball, and then the contact there. It's Jamie Osborne. Now the return in favour, but it's a penalty for Leinster. Offside is the call, so they'll have an opportunity to try and get themselves back in the lead. Thomas Toy very obviously quite irritated there. I think he was actually the culprit. Yeah, and they will take the 3 points here. Everyone's side was Toy the captain, so it's a pretty poor penalty for him to concede. He's a lot better than that, is Thomas Toy. I wonder if we've got the boxing tonight. Marvin says Sharks need a new coach. Sharks in possession lack ideas. Don't think we'll be able to compete in the Championship Cup. Brian says from Istanbul. What's the Rugby World Cup final? I was doing a year around the world, backtracking, beautiful place. Even got to see volcanic eruption. Okay, talking about Ecuador. I'm getting sick of the rain in Durban. Yeah, I can imagine. If Sharks score the next try, it'll be a difficult job for Leinster. Well, Leinster are actually back in the lead. So, yeah, Sharks discipline letting them down a little bit there. What happened to the good old days of just painting the logos onto the field? I mean, it's all very cool having all these graphics and stuff like that, but maybe I like every now and again. It's like the old way, you know. Oh dear, I think this is a bit of a mistake from Fassi. Ah, bless me. And Fassi has, I think, caught this out, by the way. No, he was inside. He then catches it. I don't know why they couldn't play quickly there. I don't know. So Sean Edwards said Championship Cup was the hardest rugby competition to win other than the World Cup. Yeah, I can imagine, to be fair. We will see how the South African teams fared. So it was a good take there from Krobler. And a lot of complaints there. And there was a penalty. Oh, it was a yellow card. Yeah, discipline's been slipping a little bit for Leinster. They were warned. And they're on the other side in the corner there just for the try that another infringement, they're going to lose a player. And they have lost a player. Josh Murphy, who's only just come on and came on just after half time, is in the bin for 10 minutes. Still haven't figured out how to do my yellow card yet. Let me sort one out quickly, shall we? Right, we're going to export you. We're going to put you. Where are we going to put you? Where are we going to put you? Right, we are going to indicate there's a yellow card. They're looking good looking more so far for the Sharks. And penalty advantage for collapse, so you can almost use another one for the bin. Curtin Bosch lifts it high towards the right. Werner Koch is chasing to get there desperately. Oh, you can't take it. He would have been a phenomenal try if he had taken that. Goodness me. Right, there is a yellow card. Now we just need to position it. It's for Leinster. I'll put it next to the scoreboard, shall we? There we go. That looks horrendous. Let's just line it up. Or do you want to do it like that? I think that probably looks a bit better, doesn't it? A bit smaller. What do we think? Like that? Do it like that? No, definitely not like that. Ah, bugger it. It's going to stay there. Right, so Leinster down to 14 men. We'll sort out the yellow card, a more permanent position for the yellow card next week. He says when people start using terms like A team, B team, do you think then you know that's F or F? I don't think Leinster really have a B team. I think they've just got an incredibly good squad. Did someone say that? Didn't see it, but there's no excuse. Leinster don't have B team, so they get beaten. It's still the A team. The refs are really trash, says Vic. Need 2 quick tries here. Well, it's a very good more defense so far, yeah, from Leinster. A couple of backline players are coming in. Penalty advantage, though, having said all that. And another penalty. Yeah, I mean, I need another card. I mean, I've just put it on a card. Now I'm going to have to find a different card. Which person I was talking to, yeah? Basically being told if it doesn't stop, it's going to be another yellow card. That's a very long conversation to have to basically give that exact message away, but I'm happy to translate and tell people exactly what's cooking there. Proteas confirm whiteboard tour to India in June. Oh, banging. 9th of June, 12th of June, 14th of June, 17th of June, 9th of June, T20 internationals. That's big. That's lots of money. That's a lot of money. Another penalty for the Sharks, and Leinster very much at risk of getting another player sent off. Still got the lead at the moment with 2 points. Here comes a replacement. Right. Can Leinster stop this legally? Are they going to lose another player to the bin? Or are Sharks going to get another try and get the lead and a bonus point all in one move? It's gone down. This time I think it's gone down legally. Penalty against Black. Well, that's called weathering the storm and getting the reward, eh? They hang in there. They hang in there. And all of a sudden, I think it's a penalty against Rowan Kobler, apparently. Wrapped around the arm, the neck, and pulled him down. That's very frustrating from a Sharks point of view. And Leinster survive. Well, that's a big moment, actually. If they can keep, if they can keep doing that, then right. Here comes Labaskakny. Lapez Labaskakny or Gendre for Henko Fenter. Lost forward in the contact there, I think it was. So it is. Oh, now things are kicking off now. Lots of afters happening at the moment. Rowan Kobler very much involved, but a knock on there. I think he was the one that knocked it on. So he won it event. No, so Roots goes up and wins it, and then Kobler knocks it on. Yeah, Kobler just needs to calm down a little bit. It is him actually that wins it initially. And there is a knock on, and there's just no need to react, really. Yeah, Kobler just needs to calm down. Just needs to chill. That's a huge scrum from the Sharks. Surely a penalty's going to come there. It's a penalty for Leinster. How many minutes left in the game? There are 21 minutes left. Where are we at? Where are we at? Leinster team is the Irish team. There's no such thing as AOB team history will show we won. Need to take advantage of this yellow now. Would you say there's any club team that could beat a top international team? Nah. I mean, Leinster are pretty much Ireland. But no, I don't think so. Team of the week must be the Stormers, chaps. Yeah, it's not going to be very difficult, is it? Just over 20. Your clock is minuscule. Yo, we're trying. I don't decide these things. I don't design all of this. It's a feed, and there's a bigger one over here by the actual thing. So my bad. It used to be bigger, but then I have to, and then it was always wrong. So we will try and work on it. It is on the to-do list. All these European teams, especially the Irish teams, that don't lose players, they go and play in other countries, so they get cohesion. With the cohesion, they get better. And no, I will not be singing Baby Shark. Donate a lot of money to the channel. Send like a super chat of like $50 and we'll chat. That's the life, eh? Baby on the lap at the Ruggers, glass of wine. Oh, he doesn't have to be there. Well, they weren't very impressed with that penalty. Right, as Leinster kick things up. So I'm trying to decide what. I mean, I don't know how this is a penalty, to be honest. I don't know what the I don't know what the call was for that. I don't know. Who has the most territory, would you say? Probably the Sharks. I would say that it's generally been played in Leinster's half. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I would say that. Well, that's a penalty for the Sharks there. What is that supposed to be? A power play? Inside 10-meter radius. I'm with you. Right, so a lot of penalties creeping in. In fact, the game's kind of just gone to shit a little bit, hasn't it? There's just not much continuity at the moment. I've been stung by a mosquito. That bastard. $50 a bit much for South African. Hey, listen, if it's a bit much for me to be seeing baby sharks, so gotta know what you're worth, eh? Yeah, exchange rate, and I see the rand plummeted today, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. Right, so the Sharks are inside 22. They're getting them all going here. It's a very good looking maul as well. Penalty advantage. They could be losing another player to the bin here, Remember, Nami's got the ball in hand. He's trying to get it loose. It's available though. Roots is going to pick. I mean, he is so huge. Pick up and go from Oxen Chair. Makes a few meters, supported by Lava Skachny. Or Lava Shane if you're Australia, but we're not, so it's Lava Skachny. Pepsi Buthelezi is a little quiet game. Henschler gives it to Low. Low inside to Bosch. Bosch to Makazula Pimpy, who fumbles it. Drex, that wasn't your finest moment, but there was a penalty advantage, so we will go back for the penalty, and I'll be very surprised if Leinster make it out of this pasture play without another man in the bin. And this field is being absolutely churned up, by the way. That's a good point. There's no exception. Simon Zebo went to racing and was out of the team. Hammett then. Dude, just Google Baby Shark if you want to listen to Baby Shark. Not a jukebox. On the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Durban probably won't have a big crowd with all the miserable rain around. I actually say the crowd's looking. I think it's the biggest crowd of the weekend, actually. Definitely the biggest crowd of the weekend looking at it now. Despite the rain, they've actually all come out. Mango Goo's apparently playing afterwards, so Irish also benefit from incoming players. Look at the Delen's hitting the world on fire at Munster 100%. Yeah, they about to say they have been reduced to another yellow card, by the way. ×2. That's an interesting way of doing it. We can do that as well. Ah! And that ×2 is going to be chucked on our yellow card. We'll change the color now. Aha! And we're going to make that black. ×2 yellow cards. Yeah, look at me. Hey, look at me go. Look at me operate here. On the fly. Right, well, it's 13 men, so if you guys can't score a try against 13, that's another penalty advantage from the breakdown. I mean, this is ludicrous. I wonder if they go down to 12. Thomas the Toy. I mean, first of all, how many penalties are Leinster going to give away? Second of all, how many players do they have to be reduced by before Sharks are actually able to score this try? I mean, you're down to 13 men here at the moment. Buthelezi picks up and go. I mean, is there just nothing else that you guys can do on attack to try and get past the Leinster side? I mean, you've literally got a 2-man advantage. 2 men. And it's pick up and go. Keep it tight. Oh, am I living another penalty? I mean, you got to start wondering as a Sharks fan, what more do they need to do for you to score this try? How long is the first yellow card? I think he's just actually come back on. You know, really, I've just sorted out the times 2, and now I've got to get rid of it. Just 1 yellow card. Right. Penalty try. Yeah, it could come. I mean, and that. Can we talk about the fact that in the Lions game, a penalty try was given in the first 8 minutes, and there still hasn't been one here? The consistency is just useless. Useless. Spread the damn ball, 100%. Draw and pass, how difficult? Apparently very difficult. Worst commentary ever. Well, if you're talking about me, there's the button called click next or click away or... Yeah. But if you're talking about the Super Sport ones, I have no control over that. So, yeah. If that's constructive criticism, well, I wouldn't say it's constructive. If that's criticism, then sorry, Lewis de Jonge. I will endeavour to please you in the future. Right, 1 yellow card. I think they're going for a scrum this time. Yeah, they're going for the scrum. I mean, chaps, if you can't score a try on the back of a one-man overlap, you've done everything here. You're down to 13, you could score. Brian says if Leinster survive this, it'll be something else. It'll be ridiculous. Just Steve, commentary spot on. Thank you, I appreciate that. Well, there we go. We've got one person like it, one person that might not like it. So as far as I'm concerned, we're 0-0. Closer than this game, 21 points, 23. I mean, the Sharks are still behind, by the way. Right, can they... I mean, this would be a penalty try if it's a 7-man scrum. Pepsi Buthelezi picks up and goes over. I mean, why didn't you guys just do that 5 minutes ago? I mean, it's really good work for him. There's a good scrum. And then he just picks up and motors over. Steven, you could have a bit more enthusiasm sometimes. Yeah, look, it usually comes when we don't do 3 games in a row. It's been a very long day. So, I actually haven't eaten. I think that's probably why. And I'm not drinking, by the way. So that's probably where the enthusiasm has gone. I'm on the H2O, so yeah, we'll hopefully be on the beers next week. The refereeing standards are really bad in the URC. I think it's just inconsistent. That's my frustration, and it's. I mean, even consistently bad is better than inconsistent, isn't it? Away from the game, can I say sorry to hear about Pedro Vandenberg? Thoughts go to his family are horrible, and I saw a photo of the car. I don't know if it was actually the photo of the car, but it looked absolutely horrendous. Reno says, a Sharks fan, I've lost my hair, and that's not because of natural hair loss. That says, Guy Stevens, Lions man, no need for excitement. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get excited about Leinster and Sharks. I mean, these two minnow teams, eh? When my boys are back on the park next weekend against Benetton, Christ, we better beat them. Right, bonus point there for Sharks. They've got a 5-point advantage. There are 15 minutes left, and there's still a 1-man advantage. Why is Bonganam Imanami sitting on the center of the park? His sleeves ripped. Okay, needs a new shirt. Brian says, "Not be great to be honest talking about." Or if anyone want to see what Manambi's physique is like, that's what it looks like. It was a Bucky. I'll take a 1-point win any day. It doesn't matter. B or C team, a win is a win, 100%. You're looking trim, Steve. Maybe the H2 very, very far from trim, unfortunately. Busy trying to get back into running after a 2-month layout from various knee surgeries because I've apparently got no knees. So far away from being anything fit or anything like that. But we'll get there. How many more games till the playoffs? 3. 2 more rounds after this. And then we are playoff season. And Leinster looking very good for a home final if they were to go all the way. The Lions game ruined my betting ticket. Yeah, I never rely on the Lions. Bloody useless bunch. ABC teams are swear words here. 15 minutes is a long time in politics and rugby. Stealing a Stormers shirt. No, come on. Stormers is not my colour. Right, John de Lavaskakti from the kickoff. Does well to roll away from Reece Ruddock, who was lurking. Right, Jade Henderson from the base of the ruck. He can find touch, but he won't. Mapimpi is up there, and it's knocked backwards. Tommy O'Brien comes away with it, though. I haven't seen too much of him lately. Stabs the ball ahead. And up pretty fast, he brings out that left boot, and he, well, judging by his reaction, I don't think he got any... No, in fact, he basically kicked it straight out. So it'll be a Leinster throw inside the 22. Dave says, remember, Leinster chose to bring this team. You can only try and beat what's in front of you. I think we're making far too big of a deal over B team, C team, A team. It's Leinster's side, and they're within 5 points, and it's been a reasonably close game. They don't care if they lose this match. They've already basically qualified. So why not use an opportunity to test your squad? Why not give other players a chance? Why not get a couple of academy players debuts as Reece Ruddock carries into the 22? Thomas Toy over that, trying to compete. This is good continuity here from Leinster going into about their 4th phase. A couple of replacements getting involved here. That's David Hawkshaw. A cool surname, Hawkshaw. Now Martin Maloney. That's a good tackle on him, though. Oh, they've lost it forward. You can't do much right at the moment, can Josh Murphy? You've got to get a card now. He's just lost it forward. Sharks have hacked this downfield. Werner Koch is striding along. O'Brien under a little bit of pressure. Puts in a decent kick, but doesn't find touch. Fussy goes inside to Curran Bosch. What's Curran Bosch going to do? He shows the dummy. He's going on the side. We've got Henderson on the inside. He's got Fussy and Mapimpi. You'll do well to butcher try from here. As Fussy! That is a sensational tackle. That could be the tackle of the weekend. For me, I thought this was 100% a try. I would have put my life savings on this being a try. This tackle from... How does he do this? From Cormac Foley is terrific. Oh, have they called it out when it wasn't out? Because Curran Bosch does take... Well, he was going for the kick. I think, to be fair, I think Curran Bosch could actually be out. So they want to go check back to see if he was out. The assistant had called it and said he saw it out. I think it was the boot in behind there. But what a tackle that was. Goodness me. They also surprised to see no Caleb Dorstad. I thought he was outstanding in the Six Nations. Well, they left a lot of players up front. There's no Jack Conan. The centre pairing's not here. And Ringrose and Henshaw. No Hugo Keenan. No Johnny Sexton. No Jamison Gibson Park. No Tyke Furlong. No Ryan Beard. They left a lot of players behind. So they're checking. Well, yeah, I mean, in theory, if there's not in touch and he's got grounding, they can award the try. What a tackle this is, though. So he desperately tries to get the offload. We need to see the other angle, though. I think it's boots and touch. I think the assistant's got this right. Yeah, I think this is other boots that's in touch. No, I think he was in touch. I think if you look at his... If we need the... Why is there an angle from the other side? I think if you got to look at his... Okay, I think it's there. It's in touch. There's his boots. There, it's in touch. It's in touch. It's a critical decision. Back the official. He's got it bang on. What? Guys, it's in touch. You can see his boots there. What? Chaps, he's definitely in touch. Are you guys not forgetting he's got 2 feet? Yeah, this gets awarded. This will be the worst decision. You can see... No, I'm telling you, the other angle shows you he's in touch. There. You see the other angle, he's already in touch there. He's in touch here, guys. So it's forward anyway. Number 10, actually. 15 is fussy. But that wasn't... It's a line out, actually. Get your glasses up, Marius. Marius, you're blind. Blind, blind, blind. But he's on the line. I don't understand that. Like, the other angle showed that his boot was on the line. That's what, Alani Bob was saying. It's quite simple. He had the ball. His foot was in touch when he had the ball. What are we talking about here? We could clearly see he was in touch. I mean, you get paid thousands of rands, Marius, to not be able to see that he's in touch. And now it's a scrum, which is the wrong decision. And actually, as a Leinster, I would be pretty pissed off because our scrums have not been particularly good. So I think this is a pretty horrendous decision. Club says first in touch. What are they saying? How far from the try line? Yeah, when he's right in the corner. TMO's taking too long. Agreed. Sometimes it feels though Morris gets kicked back. Well, this is why. Officials like to make a meal. Everything and still can mess it up. Yeah, well, I just don't understand why it took so long. To have to defend Morris, yeah, you had to be precise. I don't mind. Look, he said, let's take our time because this is important. But he was clearly in touch, and they've made the wrong decision. So, if you're going to take your time, at least get to the right decision. Yeah, good scrum there, actually. And Crowley makes a nice break. That's a good carry, actually. Sorry, it's O'Loughlin who actually made it. And now Foley, who made the try-saving tackle in the first place, hacks it downfield. Now Fussy's going to have a attempt too. He chips and chases himself. Oh dear, he's taken him out in the air there. Knock on, apparently. This game has deteriorated lately, hasn't it? To be fair, it's never really been that free-flowing, I suppose. The conditions haven't really allowed for it. There goes Recek Baditswe in chair. Do. 10 minutes left. Just 5 points in it. This could still go either way, by the way. When Leinster get back to 15. And I would actually say the Sharks haven't played particularly well. That's a very good scrum. Oh, and Curran Bosch has just fumbled it forward. I think the Sharks have actually been pretty poor today because I don't think Leinster have really pitched up. I don't think Leinster played particularly well. And the Sharks have had every single opportunity to punish them, and they haven't. Second Costa off, yeah, he is. Must be about two minutes maybe left in that. They can't be too much longer. But the Sharks not playing in the right area in terms of just winning the game. Right, then I need some food. Yeah, I'm starving. I mean, we've literally been live since 1:45, and it's 8 o'clock almost. That's a long time. I think I should be a panelist Super Sport. It's much easier. You're on air for about 10 minutes before the game, 10 minutes at half time, and 10 minutes afterwards. Half an hour in total. You're chowing snacks in between. It's a much better idea. This whole bloody watch-along thing of being live for 2 hours every time is just a lot of admin. Penalty for offside against the Sharks. Yeah, I'm ready for the big bucks. I reckon I can analyze the game. Me and Skulk. I can just tell you out there that Nsuku needs to be better by not being offside. That's world-class analysis brought to you by Freo Sports, powered by nobody at the moment, actually, because we actually need to get a sponsor. It's really frustrating me that I can't find a sponsor. I'm going to try and get one for the incoming tour, hopefully, for Wales. That's our plan. We're going to try and nail one on. Is this your day job or a sideline? It is very much not my day job, unfortunately. I'd love it to be my day job, but it would pay very few bills if it was my day job. So, no, I work for an overseas company that does a mobile sports app, basically. I'm a freelancer, so I do a couple of odd jobs. Oh, that's a horrible lineup. Yeah, I'd love this to be my day job, but unfortunately, we need many, many, many views and many, many members to be financially viable. We are very far away from that, unfortunately. But you never know. We might get there one day. This is better from Leinster. It's a very nice couple of very nice offloads there. They're still deep inside their own half, though. Oh. Jeepers, I don't know what the referee screamed there. He was very animated. Kern Bosch has turned them. A bit of a ping pong battle kicking in. Now Kern Bosch is going to run himself. Yeah, he's going to run himself. Runs into a bit of traffic. Michael Alatoa brings him down. Grant Williams on the park. Thomas Toy offloading to Cabran Krabla. Williams goes to Tuko Nkunu. That's a big tackle on him. And a knock on in the tackle. He made overseas Eastern commentary. I once ate, I think it was like Drew or something. It was something like so minor. I think I had like a couple of chips and people absolutely lost their mind. I was like, Oaks, like, man's got to eat you. And I think it was a day when I did 4 in a row. So I thought that was a bit harsh. Can I bring in Mohammed Jokes? No, come now. We don't need to go to. We need to be better than that. Who needs to be better than that? You need to organise some divorce. You're 100%. That could be banging right now. What's the score? Minutes left. It is 28 points, 23 with 6 minutes remaining on the clock. Just not crunchy foods. They don't look like I can take. Slow spaghetti. No, come now. We won't make it hectic. I mean, I'll just get like a drip going. Maybe I'll get a beer drip. And we can just sit there and I can just get drunk via a drip and just watch a game. And after 2 hours, bang. Right, we're going to scrum on the halfway line. And we're going to have a reset here. Let's see the Sharks manage the game and finish this off. Yeah, well, they're playing in the right areas. You know, Leinster haven't had much territory lately, so they're doing that part pretty spot on. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. And a penalty for Leinster at scrum time. Well. Is this the late chance they needed? Kutum Kunu is the one that's been penalised. Give me 2 seconds. Leinster on the front foot here. A little bit lateral there from the line off the line out there, but well defended originally from the Sharks. Couple pick up and goes here. And I think it's a penalty. I think there was a penalty advantage there. I think they're going to go for the line once again. They kick it out, go for the line. Right, 3 minutes to go. 2.5 minutes to go, basically. This would be a big, big victory. If Leinster can find a try here, this would be huge for them. Once again, it's pretty well defended originally from the Sharks. The question is, can they keep out Leinster? Couple of pick up and goes here. Oh, you know why I think it's not working here? I'm just trying to get another flipping live stream going, and it's just not happy. Couple of pick up and goes. They're still on the 5 meter. So far, Sharks defense not giving an inch. Looking good. Looking pretty solid so far. Penalty advantage, though. And now, I was about to say, consistency. We could very well see a yellow card here. I don't think it would be unfair if there is one. Percy Buthelezi now currently the Sharks captain. They get away with the warning, which I think is a bit lenient. Right, tap and go is going to be the call here from Leinster. Oh, they're getting close. I think it could be held up, you know. Advantage knock on. Oh, that's huge. The Sharks could have done it. I think that should be it. They're forced to knock on. Look what it means to them all. Well, Reece Ruddock's getting stuck into a few people by himself while the referee's having a conversation. Well, I think that's it. I think they've done enough. It was pretty relentless there from Leinster, but the Sharks are stuck in there. T-Bone beer. Not just talking about my menu here. Now you guys are making me even more hungry. Do you think Johan Jansen van Rensburg will have any impact? If they get Johan Jansen van Rensburg, I will cry, and yes, he'll have a huge impact. Because get 6 Gun to sponsor you. I'm up for that, I'm up for that. Yeah, send beer and brandy and biltong. Send everything. Just send all the food and all the beer and all the brandy. I actually haven't drunk it all this weekend. It's quite weird having a sober weekend. It's almost quite nice. We'll rectify that next weekend. Your viewership is high today. SA guys, love rugby. Yeah, no, listen, we do, SA Breweries. Yeah, and SA, that's why I'm waiting for that SA Breweries sponsorship. Just like a young 6-pack per stream. Right, there's 20 seconds left. Now, if Leinster can get a penalty here, then they can have another go. But by the time the next scrum comes to an end, it should be full time, and the Sharks will probably have done it. And then it's food time for Steve. Woot woot. This will be the final act, the final play of the game. His knees on the ground there. Yeah, I was about to say, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Leinster have got a penalty. Yeah, Kuta Mkuna was there, unfortunately. He was nowhere in that scrum. So they're going to kick it out now. They're going to tap and go. Oh, my living. Is it going to be a twist in the tail here? Hello, toe picking up and going. Good defense from the Sharks so far. You've got to be careful that you don't overcommit. It's about ball protection here from Leinster. Oh, they're trying to hold him up. No, he's forced him back. Oh, I think there's an advantage there. Yeah, it was an advantage there. No advantage to go back for the penalty. Sharks players are celebrating. I don't think they realised there was a penalty. .16 offside. Kieran from Fearon has been penalised. Oh, yellow card as well. I mean, it's been coming, hasn't it? I mean, all the Sharks had to do was win that line out. And they would have been fine. Kieran from Fearon can't believe it. Still going for the tap and goes, yeah. I mean, surely if they... I mean, I reckon there'd be so much space if they were to try and swing it. This is proper in the trenches rugby, by the way. Another pick up and go, still short. Line Sharks defense is holding up firm. They're going to have to try something else here. Still short. Hey, he says, calm down. We're gonna have a look, yeah. Time is off. Time is off. They're gonna have a look. They're gonna have a look, yeah. Well, this is gonna. There's a couple of things that could happen here. First of all, there's no advantage or anything like that, so the game is over. Whatever happens, the game is over. The question is there grounding from a Leinster player? If there is, Leinster basically win because they're right next to the poles. If it's not, the Sharks will win. Sounds like they said initially it is held up, so I don't think it's going to be awarded. I think the Sharks gotten away with this. I think Leinster. I think if they had tried something a bit different, I think they would have scored. You know, I think there were so many Sharks players involved in the tight stuff that I think if they'd gone wild, it could have been it's a head-on-head clash there from Sycamore Noche. The question is there grounding? You're not going to see anything there. Now, I have an issue with this tackle because Sycamore Noche has launched himself with basically no arms, basically like on head collision. He's basically just launched himself like that to stop him. He's actually led with the elbow, you know. So I actually think that if there's not a grounding here, there would be a case of penalty, and we actually see this quite a lot. That players, when it gets to that being short, there's no arms, they kind of just sort of headbutt each other basically, and it's so dangerous. He gets it wrong. Held up. Sharks win. Sharks win. Well, Sharks celebrate. I wouldn't say they were particularly impressive. They did win the game, and probably were the better side, but I wouldn't say they played well. Which maybe is being a little overly critical, but I just think we haven't seen the Sharks here. We haven't seen the Sharks that we keep waiting to see. But beating Leinster is no small task, regardless of the side that it was put out. Full time, 28 points to 23. Guys, thank you very much for what was a very long day of watch-alongs. We will see you guys all potentially tomorrow. Actually, might be doing Formula 1. But if not, then we'll see you guys next week. And yeah, please smash a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel on the way out. And I'll chat to you guys all very, very soon.